Hi everyone. I decided to do a second part. It's been a while since I recorded the last part. And in the last part, in the fourth part actually, I made more of overall outlook on the telekinesis and what I think everyone should as a beginner know. Though it was maybe more of a caution, if I say it right, kind of video to be things to be aware of more like um yeah, like basic information. Though so if you didn't watch it, then you can go and check it out. But yeah, I decided to make a second video to give you more information. So okay, basically, first of all, I don't find telekinesis to be a practice which needs to be done in a specific way. Personally, from what I noticed, observing my progress with it, I think this is something that needs a lot of intuition, working with your intuition in a sense. Like, don't keep yourself in the boxes of like how it should look like, what it should be, because I don't believe telekinesis is supposed to be something specific, like specifically even moving the objects. I see telekinesis as something far more complex than just that material, like moving the object or whatever. It's kind of like a manifestation. I said in my last video that it's a manifestation of universal laws, but it's also a manifestation itself, because you manifest a physical reaction on an object at the present time, which is far of more of a complex way of manifestation, which is more intense, let's say, but not really actually, because if you manifest like life events or like money or whatever, it's actually the same, to think about it. But yeah, I see it as a manifestation at the present time, which is actually a very good way to prove to yourself that manifestation works. Yeah. When it comes to practical practicing telekinesis, then you can use techniques that you probably can find on the internet, which is, for example, the spinning wheel, where you take a rubber, put the needle in it, and then put the piece of paper or tin foil. I recommend tin foil on the top and try to spin it, or I use, for example, only tin foil and I try to move it more in more of a aggressive, let's say, way. But I could also do like the spinning wheel, which was okay, but for now I prefer moving. What I was saying, about the intuition. Telekinesis is very intuitive practice, because I feel like to come to the stage where you know how to do it, you have to figure it out yourself. Your mind has to just come to it, It's not something that it's like a skill, you have to learn it, but it's a like physical skill, more like energetical skill. Like, it works on a spiritual level. So I wouldn't, on anyone's place, listen specifically to techniques. I wouldn't like specifically listen to each advice and think about it in a practical way, because it's not. I don't think telekinesis is a practice itself as a physical thing. It's like spiritual practice, in my opinion, because I feel like it deals a lot with like mindset and like will, manifestation, beliefs. I feel like believe in it is like basic thing, so I don't have to explain that. If you don't believe it, then how are you supposed to do it? But personally, I started doing telekinesis as a way of proving it to myself. So it's not like I was a skeptic, or I I wouldn't say that I didn't believe, because I knew that to believe in it, to do it, I have to believe in it. But I believed in it only to do it. So my belief was based on the fact that it's what I need to do it. So I kind of played like an explorer, a scientist who is trying to prove to themselves how it works, if it works, more likely. And yeah, I think that was a very good approach to that, which is checking it for yourself if something is real, something is not. But yeah, I feel like belief was like a basis for that. Yeah, but going back, I feel like the way to do it, the best way to do it, is to listen to your intuition, to what it is that it is telling you when you are doing stuff. It's a very intuitive practice. That's why you have to listen to what kind of movements, what kind of, you know, approach you have to do. You have to do it. For example, have hand movements that I do on my videos. They are not something planned. It came just because it felt intuitive. Like, I don't, like, for example, that hand movement, it came like naturally. I didn't plan, I didn't see it anywhere. It just came intuitively. Yeah, that's because that's what my intuition told me to do. It was very natural. And I feel like it's not the way to do it for everyone. Everyone should have like a personalized way of approaching it. That's what is, in my opinion, important when it comes to that. Actually, that's pretty much it for the practical thing of how you should approach it. There's no specific way that you should attach yourself into. There's no even an idea of telekinesis you should attach yourself into. It's a very wide concept, in my opinion. But what I would really recommend, and what I think is very, very, very important with telekinesis, is being in the moment, being present, not focusing on the goal of focusing on the goal of moving something or of making something move, because that is not the destination. Telekinesis is not about the destination of moving an object, of making something move. Telekinesis is supposed to be a play, you know? You are supposed to enjoy the play that you are making with an object. You're supposed to make a connection with it. It's supposed to feel good when you are playing with that object, you know? I can actually right now imagine playing with an object, and it feels really nice. It's just like playing with something with your mind, with energy. The process of it is supposed to be fun, not the destination, not the goal of making it move, not the goal of making it physically move. That's what I think is the most important thing about the telekinesis. From all of the things, the most important thing is to play with object, make a connection with it, and enjoy the connection, enjoy the process, the journey of it. You're supposed to sit down and have fun just connecting to an object, have fun just, you know, playing with an object, making connection, relationship with an object. That is what's supposed to be fun. That is what's supposed to be interesting about telekinesis. It's not about the control, it's not about the manipulation, it's not about mind powers. I think the point of it is simply to get to know yourself through connection with something else, to have a better understanding of the world around us and the objects, of how we can empathize with an object. And in my opinion, everything has consciousness, and when we connect to an object, we just connect to an aspect of consciousness that's already in us. that we want to communicate with. I think the communication is a very good explanation for it. We are supposed to communicate with an object, and it's supposed to be fun, it's supposed to be, you know, nice. But if you try to like control the object, then what kind of communication is that within this consciousness, this form of consciousness? If you try to control it physically, like move, you know, like it's not nice. You wouldn't want anyone to communicate like that with you, would you? From what I'm thinking right now, it's not even about moving the object or controlling it in any way. It's simply about communicating something, and being able to move the object, physically do something about it, is just an effect of it. But it comes with connection, it comes with communication, it comes with the relationship that you build with an object, with this form of consciousness, while empathizing with it. So I don't think moving something and manipulating something is necessarily the K in telekinesis. The K is to have fun with this form of consciousness and see yourself in it. Yeah, I think that's all I have to say for now. I will probably have more to say in the future, but for now I think like that's all I have in my mind when it comes to telekinesis. I might actually answer some questions in my next video, because a lot of people are writing to me, and I honestly don't always have time to answer. But yeah, thanks for watching. I hope that it helped.